Katie, and this is my pup, Becky. And Becky is a Great Dane, but for most of her life you wouldn't know it because she was super skinny and underweight, and no matter what I did, I could not get her to gain weight, so it was very frustrating. People always telling me, she's fine, she's just going through a phase, things will work themselves out, when I knew in my heart that something was wrong. We had been with a couple trainers in the past, and I was not satisfied with what we were receiving. And on top of that, no one was taking her health seriously. During the lockdown, I stumbled upon an ad on Instagram for dog time. And I messaged one of my friends and I said, hey, have you heard of dog time before? And she said, no, I just saw it on Instagram too. And I told her, well, I'm going to check it out because I'm not happy with how Becky is progressing in her training. She was being very naughty, she wasn't eating a lot, she was still really underweight. And so I called Melissa and I set up a time. And right away she told me what to do in order to assess Becky's health, which I was so thankful for because it turns out she had an underlying thyroid condition. So Becky was skin and bones. Her spine was showing, her ribs were showing, there was no fat on her, she had hardly any muscle. She only weighed 39 kilos, which we didn't know because the vet was coming to the house and we didn't have a scale. And every time we mentioned it to either another trainer or to a vet, they said, no, she's okay, she looks like she's on target. You know, she is a little skinny, but things will fill out and get better. And I knew that that wasn't true. She was way too skinny. She was completely emaciated. And it was scary to look at her knowing that everyone was telling me that she'll be okay and knowing that she was not okay. So when I came across Dog Time and Melissa, when I reached out to her, she came to my house for a consultation, and the first thing she mentioned was Becky is way too skinny. And I was so glad she said something because that's exactly what I needed help with. I wanted to train her, but I really wanted to get her health under control and figured out first. So when she told me what tests to run, I ran them right away and we figured out that Becky has a thyroid problem that was contributing to all of her health issues. Her poor skin, her lack of diet, or her inability to not gain weight. It was all adding up just because of this one issue. So we got her on medicine and over time, things really improved. She started eating like a normal dog, she wasn't fussy, she was happy to eat, and we could see that her fur was becoming shiny. It wasn't dry and flaky like it was before. She now weighs about 45, 46 kilos, and even though we have much more to put on for her weight, she is steadily gaining that weight and continuing to progress every single day. And that's been so important for us because we can see how big of a difference it's made in her personality. So it's been completely life-changing, not just for us, but of course for Becky too. So once we were able to get that under control, then we were actually able to start training her. And even in just 3 or 4 months, she has changed drastically. She no longer jumps up on our glass door, which we were convinced she was going to shatter at any moment. She has learned that for her, she still needs to go outside and sometimes is able to tell us that she needs to go. So that's a huge improvement for us. She also has a ton more energy, which we're so happy about. She seems like a puppy again, like she's living through her youth, something that she didn't have before because she was so sick. And we're just really happy that she is able to listen on command, and we couldn't have done that without Melissa because she has helped every single step of the way. The pack walk has been so important to Becky learning from other dogs. We're so thankful, and I could not believe how it worked out just from a simple Instagram post, but it has changed our lives, and we're so thankful for Melissa because without her, it's really scary to think about how Becky's health could have declined and how we could have lost years with her because this problem was just never addressed.